Hi, everybody. This is Bruce DePriest in the Channel 3 Early Warning Forecast Center. Wow, it is snowing hard in some parts of the state. We went from light snow to heavy snow in a hurry in places like New Haven. And conditions are going to continue to deteriorate statewide as we go through the evening. So, again, travel is discouraged because the snow is going to add up. At some point tonight, we could have snow coming down at the rate of an inch or two per hour. In fact, we have visibilities down to a quarter of a mile right now in parts of the state, which is also a hazard. You just can't see very far with this wind-driven snow that we have occurring in Connecticut right now. All right, so let's take a look at some eye cams. Here is New Haven. Check this out. You can hardly even see. The snow is coming down so hard right now. At 26 degrees and a northeast wind at 17 miles an hour in New Haven. There is Old Saybrook. You can see the snow is coming down sideways. Looks pretty stormy there. Things are already coated up pretty good in Old Saybrook. You can see, the pretty good layer of snow on the ground already. It looks like some of that snow is blowing across the sidewalk there with a gusty wind. There's our iCam in Waterbury. The snow is coming down harder. Traffic is moving along okay. But, traveling is going to be very difficult as the evening wears on. Now, in Hartford, the snow is lighter, but it is underway. It got underway between 7 and 8 o'clock this evening, and that heavy snow is going to be reaching Hartford very, very soon. So what about the visibility? Now, snow intensity is measured in visibility, and it's a pretty good gauge of how hard the snow is coming down. Look at Danbury. That's a quarter-mile visibility, which means heavy snow. That's the definition of heavy snow, and it's reducing the visibility to a quarter of a mile or less. A half-mile visibility, like you see in New Haven and Bridgeport, that is moderate snow. And you can see that the only place that has good visibility at this hour is Windsor Locks up at Bradley International Airport. So the snow is getting ready to reach there. Here's something very interesting on early warning pinpoint Doppler. Now, keep in mind that our radar, the only live radar in Connecticut, is right up there at Bradley International Airport. So you could see the area of clear where it's not blue. You can see the area of clear shrinking as the snow is getting closer to the ground. So that's why the visibility at Bradley was 10 miles. The snow is moving in there. And you can see as it gets closer to the ground, the radar doesn't have to go high up in the sky to find the snow. It's getting pretty close to the ground. So this is a phenomenon that's pretty cool with snow starting to reach the ground up there in northern Connecticut, where you see those darker shades of blue. That's where the snow is coming down hard. And look how blue it is in Danbury, where we have that quarter-mile visibility. And it's pretty nasty in Milford, Norwalk, and Stamford as well. And as you saw, poor visibility in New Haven. So we do have that winter storm warning in effect until 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Bailey's going to be with us for a while, and, we're not going to be out of the woods until early tomorrow afternoon. And certainly the morning commute is going to be, I hate to use the word nightmare or, really bad, but, it's true. We got this snowstorm underway, and there's going to be a lot of snow on the ground as we go through the night. Winds are going to pick up as well, so there is going to be some blowing and drifting. Let me go back to that last graphic. Coastal flood advisory is in effect for coastal Fairfield and New Haven counties for later on this evening and after midnight, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's the time of high tide. And during that high tide cycle, there could be minor to locally moderate coastal flooding. So there's a number of concerns with this storm, not only heavy snow and coastal flooding, but blowing and drifting. Power outages hopefully will be held to a minimum because we're not expecting winds over 50 to 60 miles an hour. We could have gusts to 40 to 50, especially along the I-95 corridor into southeastern Connecticut. But the snow quality is going to be light and fluffy, so it's going to have a hard time sticking to trees and power lines, certainly not enough to cause a widespread power concern. Notice on the bottom, though, travel. That is going to be very difficult throughout the night right through tomorrow morning. We're going to be reaching the peak of the storm tonight, and it's going to last right into the Thursday morning commute. So you really want to allow yourself a lot of extra time if you have to travel tomorrow morning. Snowfall totals, we haven't changed anything. We upped it, though, from yesterday, but We haven't seen any need to change this evening. 12 to 20 inches for many parts of the state, 10 to 16 inches in southeastern Connecticut, where there might be a little bit of mixing with sleet and freezing rain later tonight and tomorrow morning. Maybe. That's not a guarantee. I think most of the state will see all snow. Temperatures, well, 19 degrees in Salisbury. It's 21 in Waterbury. Everybody's in the 20s right now, so that's why it's kind of a light, fluffy kind of a snow. And look at the wind. It's out of the northeast. These are average wind speeds. 24 miles an hour is the average wind speed in Bridgeport, and we got a 21 mile an hour wind out of the northeast in Groton. And when you talk about gusts, gusts to 30 miles an hour into Bridgeport, and that's one part of the state that could see the winds gusting to over 40 as the night wears on, causing blowing and drifting there. And the wind chill, this is happening right now. This is the wind chill. Ranges anywhere from 6 in Salisbury to 14 in Hartford. So it's cold. You don't want to get caught outside during the snow, during the wind, and we have wind chills in the single digits. It's not a good thing to put yourself in jeopardy. It's just better to stay indoors and be safe, because this storm is really just getting underway. You can see it goes all the way back to Pennsylvania, West Virginia, all the way into the mid-Atlantic states, and this storm is coming at us loaded with moisture for sure. So FutureCast, it's snowing statewide at midnight. Certainly snowing pretty much statewide right now. Snow heavy at times throughout the night. There's 7 o'clock in the morning. You can still see trouble for the morning commute. But then as we go through, midday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the heaviest snow still, it's shifting away to the east of Connecticut. And by late afternoon and early evening, it's all gone. We might even see a little sun before the day is over. And then going ahead to Friday, it might start out a little bit cloudy. Otherwise, I think the sky is going to become sunny, but it's going to be breezy and cold. And, come Friday night when we have clear skies and diminishing winds and all that snow on the ground, we could see temperatures dip into the single digits by Saturday morning. So, even with the temperatures in the 40s in the forecast for white Christmas. All right, so as far as lows go tonight, we're going to be in the upper teens and 20s, and your highs for tomorrow are going to be in the 20s to near 30. So it's going to be cold all day. And talk about the wind chill. Look at that, single digits and teens tonight. Tomorrow morning, most of the state will have wind chills in the single digits. That's also true for lunchtime. And as we go into the afternoon and evening, wind chills will be in the single digits and lower teens. So again, this storm is going to be with us for quite a while. It's only just beginning, and it's already getting bad in parts of the state. Of course, it is winter, there's something very beautiful about snowstorms. Okay, there we go. It says reconnection successful. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do in an hour from now on Eyewitness News, not Eyewitness News at 9, on Facebook Live at 9, I am going to do a Q&A. I don't know if you were with me last night, but we had a lot of people watching the Q&A on Facebook at 9 o'clock. We're going to do the same thing in less than 1 hour from now. I hope you could join us at that point in time, and also join us on Eyewitness News at 11. Now, one thing I want to encourage you to do is, if you haven't done so already, download the Channel 3 app. You can get all the closings and radar information and the very latest from Channel 3 on that app. And also want to let you know that we're going on air early tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. With Scott, Melissa, and Mark Dixon. And we're going to be on throughout the entire morning. Once we go on at 4, we're going to keep on going right up through lunchtime, and perhaps even beyond, giving you the latest closings and storm information. So I just wanted to let you know that we got you covered with Winter Storm Bailey. All right, see you in less than an hour, everybody. Take care, be safe, and have a nice evening. All right, bye-bye.